What's up, guys? This is Joseph here at A Boathouse, standing in front of a brand new 2026 Montara Surf Boss 2.0 25 foot. This is a really nice boat we've got here. We've got it in the white fiberglass up front, white walls accented by the black railings, and of course a classic kind of rhino line look on the top of this tank of a hull here on the Montara. I want to do a quick walk around with you guys, talk about some of the features and facets of this boat inside and out. First, we're going to kind of walk around from the front to the back. I want to show you that even though this is a 2.0, we came out with the new Evo, which you might be aware of this year. We didn't forget about the 2.0. 2.0 is carrying on. It's still getting some small upgrades as well. It's not stuck in the past. It's not outdated. The 2.0 is still a really great buy, especially at the price point that we have it at. So we've got some newer docking lights. We've got some newer grills going around. Got some new features. So overall, the style of the 2.0 is the same, but we did upgrade things like the thrusters, the lighting package, the hydraulic steering. So a lot of cool things going on that is still a worthy upgrade in the new 2026 year model. So going around here to the back, I want to highlight as we walk past this trailer, we do have a custom boatmate trailer here. You've got custom engraving with Montara that will light up at night. So really nice tandem axle trailer. And then here on the back, I want to show you why this boat is truly a surf boat first and a pontoon second. We like to call it a surf boat pontoon hybrid, which it truly is. You know, it's not just a hybrid where you lose a little bit out on the pontoon side, lose a little bit out on the surf boat side. You really gain the best of both worlds. So down here, you'll see we have a stern drive with a center tab. We've got our surf tabs here on the side. We got these new thrusters, which are awesome, big upgrade over the previous system that we had. And I believe the brand behind the lights is the Indmar lights. Could be saying that name wrong, but they're those nice dome LED RGB lights that will really lighten up the water underneath the boat at night. You're gonna have under rail lights on the whole boat as well, speaker lights, mood lights inside, so a total lighting package. And then we've got that really nice Montara rear deck that is going up to something new here. So I do want to highlight this. This is new for 2026. Previously, you kind of had a big step going from this platform from the bottom to up to here. We're bridging that gap with this add-on step. It's really nice. It feels like a small thing, but it definitely makes stepping up that platform just a little bit easier. And then this camera. We did have the stern-facing cameras in the past, but this is a big upgrade in terms of quality. So a much nicer camera here on the back of the boat where you can watch people surf and ride from the helm, which we'll highlight when we get up on top. You can see a couple of the stern-facing speakers here. That stern controller, ski pylon. Talk a little bit more about those controllers up on the boat. But overall, this 25 foot is pretty loaded up. I don't think we left many options on the boat unchecked. Before I forget to highlight it too, they're small, so you probably didn't notice them, but we did equip this boat with the quick releases for the fenders. So you're gonna have 3 of those on each side of the boat. Makes it really easy to put your fenders out when you are pulling up to the dock or tying up to your buddy's boat. So let's walk through the inside of this boat real quick. I want to highlight before we get on board too far the storage we got here at the front. So anywhere on the Montara that we can use for storage, we're going to. So you can put some fenders or small items up here at the front. And then I also want to highlight this door. We've got some really cool cutouts here. Make it easy for the captain to see the dock as they're pulling up, and just kind of elevates the experience on the boat when you can look through that door and see the water as you're cruising. So I talked about how this is really, truly a surf boat, and I mean it. It is going to compete on the surf wave and the wakeboard wave with the best boats out there. We've got 4,200 pounds of ballast on this boat. It's a heavy boat in itself, so it's going to really put out a top-level wave, and it's really going to ride really well even on the rough days. Now, we've talked about the surf boat side. Let's talk about the pontoon side. You can see we really have a pontoon-style deck here. Even the flooring looks like what you've probably seen on a pontoon-style boat. Same with the upholstery in here. We have some really nice high quality marine grade vinyl, big bench seating, room for everybody to be able to sit in here, kick your legs up and be comfortable. Cup holders galore. Montara loves their cup holders. You're never gonna run out of them. And then you have charging ports up here on each seat, USB, USB-C. We've got our Boston acoustic speakers as part of that premium audio package raised up to hip level so you can get that better audio experience rather than down on the ground. And then we have one of our controllers for that stereo as well. So one of the things I want to talk about on that controller system is we have 3 controllers on this boat. We have one here at the bow, one right at the helm, and one on the stern. Those are zone controllers. So what that means is if I'm up here talking with you and we're hanging out on the boat on the water and they're partying on the back, they're cranking up that volume. We obviously need to hear each other to have a conversation. I can turn the volume down there without ruining the party in the back. It's only going to affect the speakers up front. Now in reverse, say we're talking up here and the volume on the boat has been turned down, but they're wanting to crank the party up as they're riding that wave. You can turn up that stern controller in the back and only control the stern facing speakers. So the speakers that were back on that flip lounge at the back that we saw when we were on the ground, as well as the tower speakers, will be adjusted by that knob. And then of course you have the main controller at the helm. So I think that's really cool to have individual control throughout the boat. I want to show you some storage here. You got plenty of storage under all these seats, rotocast seats with self-draining routing in them. And then one big thing I do not want to miss, is one of my favorite features of the Montara, is the basement. There's nothing else out there like it. You've got plenty of storage under here. You could even crawl down there and take a nap if you can see that. It shows well on camera, but shows even better in person. I might even get down here just so you can see how big this space is. You got room on the left, you got room on the right. This is where your batteries are. We got the upgraded Group 27 batteries on board. We got our battery charger. We also have all your amps and everything, so everything is consolidated down there, which really cleans up the wiring under the helm as well and makes it really easy to work on. On these seats you do have fold down armrest, again to make for really nice lounging chairs. We've got our subwoofer right there. I'll show you under this helm real quick to show you how clean that is. You do have your battery charger cord coming up through the deck, but plenty of storage under there. And this helm is actually really nice. We got some nice accents on it, custom Montara badging. It's kind of like a nice fiberglass helm that is connected. We've got a mirror there, of course, a nice windscreen, some storage built in right here. And then we have a steering wheel that is adjustable. Again, this does have hydraulic steering, which is brand new for 2026. So none of the Montara boats had that hydraulic steering before. Not that they were bad to steer, but this is really a big upgrade in that steering experience, especially on a boat this big. And then we've got our screen displays going on here. So we'll highlight that a little bit. You pretty much have everything you'd expect to have on the screen. You've got RPM, you've got speed, you've got tab controls, you can set cruise control, you've got maps, you've got your rear-facing camera that we saw on the back of the boat. You see information about your thrusters, all sorts of stuff, depth, water temperature, all your standard options there. We got our Fusion radio controller there, horn, push-button engine start. And this is the upgraded Patron screen. So this comes with the RGB package. This allows us to turn on courtesy lights, interior, exterior, docking lights, compartment lighting. So all sorts of controls here just at the touch of a button, or the touch of a screen. And then we have our surf controls. So with this, you're gonna have different profiles where you just tell the system how many people you have in the boat and what you're wanting to do. And it's gonna go to a preset designed by Montara. Of course, those presets can be custom designed and saved to your liking, as you would expect, again, on a top-level surf boat. Down here, you're going to have control of that power tower and the power hatch. If you're not familiar with that power hatch, I'll explain what that means in just a minute. And then again, cup holders galore. I do want to highlight this throttle. On this throttle, you do have the thruster controls. Come around and just kind of point those out to you. So previously, we had a joystick here. Wasn't bad, but you had to hop back and forth between them. Now the controls are actually just on that throttle. Makes it super easy to use that system in conjunction with your standard forward and reverse as you're trailering or coming into the dock. Here on the captain's chair, we have recline, we have adjustable armrests, slide forward and back, all the normal things that you would expect on a high-end captain's chair. And we have a mirror image over here. So this is the SLDH. So the SL is really what's signifying that lounge back here. The DH is dual helm. So that's signifying that we have a co-captain's chair here. The co-captain's chair is gonna do all the same functions. You've got a speaker over here, cup holders, some nice storage there. Of course, your side access door, and then you've got storage. The cover's in the way right now, so kind of hard to show me, but you've probably seen something like that before. That will just hinge up, and it has a big storage compartment inside. While the cover's right here, I do want to take a second to highlight this thing. This is probably the best cover I've ever seen on a boat. Really high-grade fabric, easy to put on, ratchet straps down, and it's trailerable. So I can't remember what the speed rating on it is, but I'll just tell you, I've had it on the highway, and I've been moving. I've never had any problems out of it. So again, a really nice cover. I'll flip with you one more time. really talk about the star of the show is this SL floor plan. So this has been really popular on the pontoon side of the world, one of our top sellers over there. So Montara brought it to the Surf Boss, which is a great move because I would say a majority of the Montara sold last year were in this floor plan. So you got little chase seating, again, cup holders, storage underneath that connects into the flip lounge. You got a bench where people can face forward, nice mood lighting underneath, again, speakers, another sub right there, grab handle and cup holders over here. Just show you the storage under there before I flip this seat. And then this is why I call it a flip lounge, because that backrest just flips right there. And now you've got room where 2 or 3 people, maybe even more, can kick their feet up and look off the back of the boat and watch somebody surf or wakeboard. Just a really cool spot to hang out even when you're anchored out. So I do want to highlight something on this. This has been approved by different associations nationally with Montara that you can legally ride back here on this pad. Now we always recommend check with local and state regulations where you're going to be boating to make sure it meets their standards. We don't want to set you up for any ticket or anything like that, but this has been processed through whatever processes those organizations have to verify that it is safe to ride back here with the use of these grab handles while the boat is underway. There's a lot of boats out there that have rear-facing seating but can't say that. Technically, they don't have the approval. You're not legally allowed to ride back there. So really cool that Montara has been able to work that out. We highlighted it quickly from below, but we do have a ski pylon back here. So that ski pylon is normally where I'm surfing from. Kind of keeps the rope out of the boat and out of the way. Of course, you do have a tower up here that you can put the rope on that tower, on that pylon. Most people are going to be doing that for wakeboarding, obviously, but you can do that for surfing or whatever you're looking to do behind this boat right there as well. The ski pylon is removable, so this does screw out if you want to get it out of your way as well. And then, see what else can we highlight back here? I guess we'll just highlight really this is a stern controller if you couldn't get a good look at it while we were down on the bottom earlier. Maybe I'll switch with you. Again, this is a controller. It's going to allow you to adjust the volume of the speakers back here on the back of this flip lounge, as well as those tower speakers. You have USB, USB-C ports, 12 volt. So again, everything you could imagine back there. And then additional storage there under that seat and under that one. So again, storage everywhere. You have a little door you can close right here if you want to keep the dog in the boat. And then we talked about a power hatch. That's actually what we're standing on right now. You might be able to see there's kind of a line separating the floor right here where I'm standing by my foot. That is the edge of the hatch. There are hydraulics that will lift this hatch up and this entire pad back that way. What that's going to do is give easy access if ever needed to your ballast bags and to that motor. Really cool feature. Always kind of catches people's eye at the show. What's going on there? It's kind of, trying to think of the right word. What's the word I'm looking for, Larry? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Anyways, you don't realize, is what I'm trying to get at, how much room is actually in this hole. When you open up that hatch, you really see how much room is in that hole, again with that basement up front, and really how big this boat is. Again, I can't speak about it enough, how well this boat rides on the water versus your normal fiberglass boat because of how massive that hole is. It's also how we're able to fit the 4,200 pounds of ballast up underneath right there. Real quick, let's talk about this tower. We got a power tower here. This is an upgraded tower. It's got this nice kind of sea deck accenting to it, the white powder coating, and we have the Skylon locks on it. I like these. One, they're black and they match the boat really well, but they're so easy to take your boards on and off. Easy to pivot around. And then at a touch of a button, this does fold down for storage, which is really nice. Now we've got the bimini up here. It looks like this might just be a front bimini, but I don't know if you can see it. We've got a 23 foot in front of us with the canvas actually open. That bimini flips over and is gonna cover back to somewhere around here on the boat. So it gives a lot of shade to the entire boat. It's a really cool feature. We're big fans of this updated bimini that just got brought to market over the last couple years. But it can live wide open like that one up there while you're underway, or you can collapse it up here and just leave it in the boot if you're trying to get your tan on. Trying to think if I've missed anything else here. Landon, can you think of anything I didn't highlight? So big major changes for 2026, hydraulic steering. We've got the luminar lights. We've got the upgraded thrusters, and a few other small upgrades I'm probably missing around the 2.0. But the Montara really is a special boat in the market. If you're interested in the boat, want to get out on a test ride, please give us a shout, reach out to your salesperson. They'll be happy to answer any questions and get you into Montara.